instrumental since your mom's had the first menstrual. Check my credentials, pencil in with the pen gem right, and we some titans fighting men. When the time ripens for the hype and check how we ascend, blend well until time's up.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about judges letting criminals out way too much, and should they be held accountable? Now, this is a local police officer from I'm not sure where. All I do know is the caption is, "This is the third time we've pursued him in 6 months. We warned the judges." And here's what the police officer had to say.
He's got a felony warrant out of Thurston County Sheriff's Office because this is the third time we've pursued this individual in 6 months. So the last time I talked about him, I actually specifically stated that if the judges don't start taking this seriously, that someone's going to get hurt or killed. And here we are, shooting at the police. So maybe they'll take it more serious this time, but I'm not confident. Yeah, it's hard to believe this is going to end peacefully. He's got a felony.
Now, when we have police officers talking like this, it's hard to believe that we're even at this point. Do we take justice in America seriously? And are we going to start to? That's the main question. Like, are we going to start taking justice in America seriously? Or are we just going to continue to allow these people who, like the guy who, took Irina Zarutska, RIP, off this planet way too early? Or like Logan Fedorutska. Now, hopefully this is true, because if it is, it kind of gives us a little bit of hope that maybe federal judges and judges in general will start taking things a little bit more seriously when it comes to people who are committing crimes. Republican pushes bill to hold judges accountable for releasing violent repeat criminals. Now, do you agree with this? I heard someone in the chat say earlier, going to jail for someone else's actions is crazy work. Well, I'll tell you something here. I don't think it's crazy work if a guy like, say, this man who took this beautiful young lady off this earth way too early ended up doing what he did to her because he was released so many times after it was clear he had mental problems and he was a disturbance to the community, let alone he completely showed he was going to continue the route he was on. Then we have people like this man,
have kids,
who had his beautiful daughter taken from him. And I want you guys to listen to this man. Listen to what he has to say.
I'm just curious. Here's what I need you to do. When I tell you this story, think about your kids. Think about your child coming home from a night out with their friends, laying down, going to sleep, feeling somebody come in the room and wake them and drag her out of bed, naked, forced on her knees with her hands over her head, begging for her life, begging for her hero, her father, me, that couldn't be there. She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 goddamn times, 25 felonies, was on the street. How about that? How good are we doing for our family? How good are you doing for your kids? He should have been in jail for over 140 years for all the crimes he committed. You know how much time he spent in prison? A little over 600 days in 10 years. He's only 30 years old. He was committing 2.65 crimes a year since he was 15 years old, but nobody could figure out that he couldn't be rehabilitated. Well, you'd have to put him in prison to see if he could be rehabilitated. Isn't that the idea of prison? But no. My daughter wanted to be a teacher. She finally figured it out 2 weeks before she was executed.
So 2 weeks before this beautiful lady was taken off this earth, she figured she wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to help the community. She wanted to teach kids. She wanted to do something good with her life.
And I haven't heard a damn word from Byron Gibson in South Carolina. Not one word. 4 months, no communication. His biggest concern was that he was pissed off about my interview and how I made him look on the Fox News channel with Trey Gowdy. How pathetic is that? that we're letting our 22-year-old kid visiting friends. It's all she ever wanted to do was visit friends. And she literally was executed while on her knees begging for her life. Her name's Logan Federico, not Irina. And you will not forget her. I promise you. You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter. You need to fight for the rest of our children, the rest of the innocents, and stop protecting the people that keep taking them from us. Please. You have the power. We put you in the power to do what you have to do. We're asking you, we're begging you all to stop this. 39 crimes in 10 years, 25 felonies. Can anybody here explain to me, well, how possibly he could be on the street? Possibly be on the street. How is it possible? I could sit down in a room and I could explain the whole process of how it failed, how South Carolina failed, Logan, okay? How lack of communication. What y'all did, you woke up a beast and you pissed off the wrong daddy. Because I'm going to put it out there. And I'm not going to be quiet until somebody helps. Logan deserves to be heard. Everyone on this panel deserves to be heard. And we will. Trust me. My daughter laid on the floor for 7 hours before somebody in that house recognized that something was wrong. And that career criminal, an hour later, went on a spending spree with her debit card. When they saw his face on a video, they didn't have to do a check. He was arrested so many times, they knew who he was. They knew exactly where to go get him. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that I'm here today. Thank you for your time. How many of y'all have?
Now, I want to conclude it there. I truly think that there should be something that's done with judges who continue to release people that have multiple felonies and that are violent. I mean, obviously, if you're not violent and it's whatever, they don't think you're going to, hurt anybody, or it's not a, there's not a high probability you'll hurt anybody. I maybe understand if you get released. But if you continue to get released after you assault, rob, and hurt people, do you really think that it's just the person that's doing it's fault? It's kind of like letting a dog out of the kennel that keeps biting people. When you have people at the house, you kind of want to lock up the dog, don't you? Now, I'm not calling these people dogs. People are going to twist my word. Oh, you call them dogs. Well, if you put a 22-year-old girl on her knees in her house and shoot her in the head, then take her credit card and go on a spending spree, I think maybe you should be locked up like one. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I completely feel for this father, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel every bit of tension that's in that room through my headphones, because I would be the same way. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should judges be held accountable for continuing to release people who are repeat offenders that are violent? Or should they, be able to go about their job and continue to do what they're doing? Let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Help us get out there. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who supports me every single day. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching.